Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
Detroit basketball. What's going on, peeps? We beat the defending NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors, in a pretty much perfect game with the Detroit Pistons. I couldn't ask for a better performance from anyone on this team. There's so many good things to talk about, so I'm, again, probably gonna jump around everywhere, but let's start with this because it's what they were talking about at the end of the game. 4 of our starters scored 20 points tonight. The only one who did not was Jaden Ivey, which he scored 15. Cade was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Sadiq Bey was almost to 30. He had some clutch shots, but I think you're starting to see what this team can be. This is why Bobby just got that 2-year contract extension. I'm actually happy about that, regardless of what his future holds with this team. I think he's a legit veteran player that we need. When we get, if he's still around this team, to the playoffs, he's definitely a guy you want because he's been there before, and he's not going to shy away from the big-time shots there. But, again, today, against the Warriors, they hit us with a lot, too. When we got off to, 20-point lead there in the third, we got comfortable, man. It was like, all right, here we go. But you know what? The Warriors didn't go away, and you can't expect them to go away. This is not their first rodeo. They came back with some right hooks and some left hooks, and we just stood there. We punched back, and we didn't take it. And that's really what I'm most proud about this team, is when it looked like, oh, man, here it looks like a fourth quarter demise here. They didn't quit. They didn't quit, both offensively and defensively, man. They played their hearts out. Can't ask for a better performance, man. I know that we don't have a ton of experience on this team, and it can be intimidating when you're playing like Curry and Draymond, Jordan Poole, and Andrew Wiggins. I know some of those guys' names sound silly, but they're NBA champions. Curry is the greatest shooter of all time, so for these young guys not to be scared, and for Stu to be talking trash after every shot he hit, calling people too small, flexing on people, for Jaden Ivey waiting for Curry to switch on him to attack him. When Curry came in the game, you could just see between Killian, Cade, and Ivey that they wanted to attack him. They wanted this opportunity. And that's something you look for when you're building a franchise. You don't want guys who are going to be scared. You want guys who are going to accept the challenge, not back down. Go after the biggest and best names in the game and challenge them. And that's what we did. That's what we did. And I don't think Golden State was really expecting that from a team that only had one win up until this point. But this is something that, for a young team, you can build off from, say another week or two, we have a bad game. You pull up film from this and be like, this is what we can do. We just did this. This win can go a long way if done right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can build off of this. Get the young people feeling themselves, confidence in themselves, buying into the team mentality. That's something that I really liked tonight, too, was the ball movement. We played like the Warriors tonight, for the most part. Find the open man, take the open shot. Don't settle. Yeah, man. I'm very happy with tonight's win. Very good step in the right direction. And it's something credit's due. As Dwayne Casey all season has not done a good job looking like preparing for his opponents. And tonight, the Pistons were ready. We were prepared. And that's something that, if we can take into the teams not in the Warriors category where they're the champions, if we can bring that to the middle term, bottom tier teams, everyone who's not competing for a championship, then that's how you get into the playoffs. So at the end of the day, man, that's what we need to do, is get wins. So hopefully we can build off of this. Only thing that's a little concerning to me is the bench production. We're not getting a whole lot of points off the bench. Something to keep our eyes on moving forward. And I know Bagley's not here, and that will be at least 15 points off the bench if he's coming off of there. But we might not keep Bogey in the starting 5 when he comes back either. So something to keep in consideration, but I do like having Killian and Diallo playing defense off of there. It gives you a nice change of pace compared to Ivy and Cade attacking offensively, where now you come in with the second unit and be a little bit more aggressive defensively, because now you have Dern down low too. So it's nice. It's kind of like the change of pace in football when you have a speed back and a power back. It's a little bit different in the NBA terms, but that's what you can compare it to. And I think that's something we need to look into developing too, especially if we're going to have people like Lindsey Hunter coming in attendance and people like Ben Wallace in attendance. Defense is what we thrive for. And I just love when we get a big defensive stop that LCA goes crazy, you know? And that's something that's been fun to watch so far this year too, even though we haven't got a whole lot of W's yet, that the fan support has been there for the most part. LCA has been rocking, and that's cool to see the teals come back and people embracing that. I love the teal jerseys. I love the teal court that we got going on. Love seeing Jalen Rose celebrating with the fans in the crowd. Awesome night tonight, man. Much needed after the Lions game. I'll just say that. We won't go into that. But how are you guys feeling after this win, man? Do you think the Pistons can build off of this? What else do you want to see moving forward? Leave all that good stuff down below in the comments. Instagram, Twitter, DSA members in the description. Drew313 shirts also there as well. Check it all out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And that's the bottom line, because Double D said so. Peace.